Hello everyone, welcome to lecture 9 of units and dimensions of derived physical quantity. In our previous lecture, we have obtained the units and dimension of angular momentum. This is 13a, and I have told you that Planck's constant also have same dimension as that of angular momentum. नाउ प्लैंक्स कांस्टेंट स्टूडेंट्स आप लोगों के लिए बिल्कुल नया वर्ड है, बट आई थिंक केमिस्ट्री में आपने पढ़ा होगा. देयर एनर्जी formula for energy, quantum theory, E equals to h nu. Now you can obtain dimension by using any formula which is known to you. It is not necessary to be I am using this formula, you have to follow this formula. There is no need of cramming. You have to learn because this is suppose new to you. Angular momentum, you does not know anything about the angular momentum, but you can relate it with the Bohr postulates. I think Bohr postulates you have done in 11th. Okay. You will do in chemistry in 11th class and in physics 12th class. Okay, no problem. But sooner or later you will be very much familiar with these physical quantities. Now Planck's constant from the same formula L equals to mvr, which we have done in our earlier chapter, nh upon 2 pi. This is Bohr postulate that electron revolves around nucleus in a fixed orbit whose angular momentum mvr is equal to integral multiple h upon 2 pi. N is integer, no dimension. 2 pi is integer, no dimension. Therefore h is having same dimension as that of L. Now what is L? M is kg, velocity is meter per second, r is meter. If we put the dimension, kg is m, meter square is L2, second when taken to numerator t minus 1. Now another formula which we can use to derive for h is E equals to h nu. H is therefore given as E by nu. H is therefore given as E by nu. What is E? Is joule, nu is second minus 1. Second minus 1 when moved to numerator it is second. Dimension of joule is, in that of energy is m L2 t minus 2, that of second is t. We get m L2 t minus 3, same dam. Wait. Sorry, m L2 t minus 1, same dimension as that of angular momentum. Now we move to the next constant, that is the gravitational constant. You are very much familiar with gravitational constant. I think all of you have done in 9th standard, and these are new for you. Angular momentum, I think torque, but after covering some syllabus you will get all these terms. You will come to know all definitions, and when derivations when you do, you are very much it will be very easy to derive the dimensions. Now next is 14th one is gravitational constant. This is 13b. Next is 14th. Number 14th is gravitational constant. Now we have to use the formula in which gravitational constant is there. We have a formula given by Newton's that F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. R is the distance, m1 and m2 are the masses of the two bodies. Suppose this is m1, this is m2, and r is the distance between the two mass bodies. Therefore dimension of G, first of all we find the units of the G. F is Newton, this r square will be meter square. Sometimes you will confuse that this is also m, this is m. This is the formula of physical quantity of mass, and this is for unit, it is meter. Now m1 and m2 moves to denominator, it is kg and kg. Both the masses have same units, therefore it is kg square. So this is the unit for G. I think everybody knows about the value of this constant. It is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 with this unit. Now we have to find the dimension of G. First of all, we write down the dimension of Newton, that is force MLT minus 2. Then meter square is L2 and kg square is M2. This is equal to, you can write it like this, M1. When this denominator is moved to the numerator, it is minus 2. You have to simply apply the algebra. L is 1 and L2 means plus 2, T is minus 2. That means we get M minus 1 L3 T minus 2. This is the dimension of gravitational constant. Next is coefficient of viscosity. 15th one is coefficient of viscosity. Coefficient of viscosity. Viscosity plays same role in fluids as friction force plays in the solids. That means viscous force opposes the motion of two layers of liquid. Now again you need a formula. F, we have a formula. F is equal to 6 pi eta RV. Again this is very new for you. This eta is called as coefficient of viscosity. Its value is not fixed, it depends on the nature of liquid. For example, if we consider different liquids, such as we consider petrol, suppose, water, say mustard oil, say honey. Suppose we consider these four types of liquid. Now if we fill all these four in a bottle and we make a hole, you will find that the bottle which contains petrols will be empty sooner. That means the flow of petrol is faster than water, which is faster than mustard oil, which is faster than honey. That means the flow of honey is very slow. That means its viscosity is high. Viscosity of honey is maximum and that of petrol is minimum. That means slower the flow of motion of liquid, greater will be the coefficient of viscosity. This R is the radius of body, therefore its unit will be meter, and V is the speed of body in a liquid medium. F is the force. So this 6 pi is dimensionless and unitless. Therefore, eta is given as F upon RV. What is F? F is Newton, R is meter, velocity is meter per second. This second moves to the numerator. If we find dimension, Newton is having dimension and force, that Newton means force. Force is having dimension MLT minus 2. That of second is T and meter square is L2. When L2 is taken to numerator, it is minus 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And T minus 2 and T1 is minus 1. Finally, we get the dimension of coefficient of viscosity. This one. Next, another constant. And there is a difference in the constant. Gravitational constant is fixed value, whereas this constant viscosity is varying. So some constant have fixed value, whereas some constant depends on the nature. Now next is Stephen's constant. Number 16 is Stephen's constant. is defined as the energy per second per unit area through any light source is directly proportional to fourth power of temperature. That means we have any source, say for example sun, and this is the suppose orbit of earth is somewhere here. Now energy received from the sun per second per unit area is directly proportional to the fourth power of temperature of sun, or energy per second per unit area is equal to sigma T raised to the power 4. This sigma is called as Stephen's constant. Unit of energy is joule per second, that of area is meter square, this is sigma, temperature is Kelvin 4. Therefore sigma, unit of sigma is joule per second meter square Kelvin 4. Now for its dimension of joule is mL2 T minus 2. That of second is T, meter square is L2 K4. When this L2 moves to the numerator, this L2 will cancel out, and when this T moves to numerator, it is T minus 3 and K minus 4. This is the dimension of Stephen's constant and T minus 3, K minus 4. K here is the temperature, dimension of temperature. This is 16th one. Next is you can find out for gas constant. Number 17 is gas constant. Gas constant. For gas constant, we use a formula PV equals to nRT. R is the gas constant, it is PV upon NT. This P is the pressure, this V is not the speed or velocity, it is volume. You should know about these parameters. This P is pressure, T is not time, T is temperature, and N is number of moles. Therefore unit can be written as, for P it is Pascal, for volume it is meter cube, for N it is mole, and for temperature it is Kelvin. Pascal is unit of pressure. Now dimension of pressure, it should be in your, you have to keep in your mind that dimension of pressure is, what is dimension of pressure? It is mL minus 1 T minus 2. M, you can find out pressure is force upon area. Dimension of force is mLT minus 2 upon area is L2. Therefore it is mL minus 1 T minus 2. That of meter cube is L3, mole is there, and Kelvin is K. M is here, L minus 1 and 3, it is L2. T minus 2, K minus 1, mole minus 1. This is the dimension of gas constant. In this way you can find out the value of any parameters if it is known to you. You should know about this. Next is Boltzmann constant. Number 18 is Boltzmann constant. K. Boltzmann constant is K is defined as energy per unit temperature. Energy upon temperature. Now energy is joule per Kelvin. Joule is having dimension mL2 T minus 2, Kelvin is K. Therefore we get mL2 T minus 2 K minus 1. This is dimension of Boltzmann constant. Next is specific heat constant. Specific heat constant. We have a formula, Q is equal to ms delta T. This is the formula. S is specific heat constant, Q is energy, Q upon m into delta T. In heat and thermodynamics, Q we have a calorie, m is kg, delta T is Kelvin, or it can be joule. It can also written as joule per kg Kelvin. Joule is having dimension mL2 T minus 2, kg is m, Kelvin is K. M and m cancel out, we get mL2, m will cancel out, what we get? L2 T minus 2 K minus 1. This is 19th one, specific heat constant. 20th one, we discuss some dimensionless quantities. Next, last one is 20th one. 20th is dimensionless quantities. Those quantities which does not possess any dimensions. All integers, numeric values, all numeric values or integers are dimensionless quantity. For example, 6, 3, 2 by 9, all are dimensionless. Pi, value of pi, its unit is radian, but it is dimensionless. Theta, pi, the value of pi is 3.14. Theta is radian, unit is radian, and it is dimensionless. Trigonometric ratio, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, all are dimensionless. Next, E is strain. Strain is change in configuration upon original configuration. It is also dimensionless. Next is relative density. Density of any body with respect to density of water. Density of body upon density of water. This is relative density. Density and density same dimensions, therefore it will cancel. Refractive index you have done in 10th class. Refractive index. What is refractive index? Mu is equal to speed of light in free space upon speed of light in medium, or it is sin I by sin R. It is dimensionless. Avogadro number. एन से नोट करते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन. denoted by mu. This is also mu, this is mu, doesn't matter. Or Reynolds number. Now all these parameters which I have written here is dimensionless quantities. Therefore, I have discussed 20 physical quantities. In NCERT book there are around 60 physical quantities, but if you are able to learn all these 20 quantities, then you can easily solve any numericals, which will be our next topic. So learn it. I will give you second assignment based on these topics. Thank you. Have a nice day.